Alright, take one. Ratatouille. This is Ratatouille. Oh my god, dude, I can't fucking talk right now. This is Ratatouille, from the movie Ratatouille. But Ratatouille is a simple dish. It isn't this complicated and pretty and time-consuming. This is actually called confibialdi. Ratatouille originally is just chopping up whatever vegetables you have lying around and stewing them in some tomato sauce. It's meant as a cheap dish for peasants. But Thomas Keller and Pixar turned this dish into a delicacy. Confibialdi has become a dish of luxury and class. Even the characters in the movie are confused when Ratatouille wants to make this food for the food critic. The flavors of Ratatouille and Confibialdi are very similar. So why make a dish more excessively complicated than it has to be? Honestly, I don't know. Because it's pointlessly complicated. This dish took me 2 days to make. I made the roasted red pepper sauce and sliced the vegetables on Thursday and baked it on a Friday. I've made the original Ratatouille before and it's so much easier and it tastes about the same. So, this begs the question, why? I think it's as pointless as asking the question as why we love. It's in our nature to connect, to find people to share parts of our lives with. That unalloyed love with which our species has found purpose to survive and bond in the innermost turns of our DNA. You can call it hormones or lust or clout chasing or a situationship or the talking stage. Whatever it is, this force continues to draw us close to one another. Although there are certain ways this love can be misdirected and mispronounced and be used as excuses to take advantage or hurt people for unsubstantial benefits, I want to believe that at the center of each of us is this singularity that consumes the spirit and limbs and unconscious aspect to puppet us towards each other and call all of us brothers. That singularity is love, and everything on the outside is manufactured by fear. Today, I look at the world around me and see it consumed by fear, and I sense that the tendrils creep up my scooter-bruised shins. There are such hate-filled narratives that go around demonizing the people that we should reach out to with our love. This feedback loop of hate generates the worst sides of us, consumed with insecurities that do not exist in the eyes of people who are truly willing to love us tenderly down to the smallest, most unprofound and boring parts. What does this have to do with heart-shaped Ratatouille? I think the process in which we should love someone is patience, because patience is the only thing that transcends everything else that you think inhibits you from finding love. Because you as a person, who deserves love just like everyone else, cannot be measured by any scale or metric with graphs and numbers. Your beauty and worth cannot be measured by your weight or height, your BMI or 401k, your zip code or college ranking. You cannot be categorized into systems that are created outside by people whose only goal is to sell you things that you do not need. I'm trying to be more kind and less scared when it comes to connecting with the people around me. To be kind when everyone would understand if I was mean. To be kind to people who hurt me. To somehow see things from their perspective. To give them the benefit of the doubt. Patience is a secret to how we can love each other sincerely. To sit by and wait and learn. To try and take your time and control your thoughts before they roam free into territories cast in long, murky shadows of fear. To adjust the fundamental attribution error defaulted by our evolved pattern recognition system and extend our love to all souls around us, even if our genetic urge to survive says differently. We are human because we can rise above our evolution and love someone despite all of nature's odds. What is the first sign of civilization? It is not tools or language or commerce. It is a 15,000-year-old story of a broken femur that's been healed, meaning that despite our reptilian brains' animal instinct to keep moving forward, a group of humans came together to wordlessly bandage and care for one of their own, rather than to abandon them to the forces of nature. This story is what gives me hope in our species. It is what continues to give me hope in spending multiple days cooking for someone despite my heart breaking over and over again. Perhaps our desire to connect overwhelms our fear of death. Perhaps death by saber-tooth seems comparable to life without connection. Maybe genuine connection and love is just as important to our survival as water and food. because in the same way our ancestors overcame instinct with love, I can too. I think I want to be kinder and more empathetic. I want to look at people and assume nice things always, even when they hurt me. I don't want to love someone for what they indicate about me, but rather love them for what they can reveal about me. To be tender and vulnerable instead of sheepish and insecure. To pluck my heart out by the arteries and dangle it in front of someone who could watch and go, "What do you want me to do with this?" I want to be able to do this without being scared of what my heart looks like to them, because it is my heart and my heart is beautiful. My heart is beautiful to whoever is willing to hold it in their hands as the blood pumps out onto their white blouse and collarbones and splutters all the things I am scared of, and hope to God that they still want to hold it and perhaps put it somewhere safe and near. Although I lose my heart and there's a heart-shaped hole in my soul, I will smile in melancholy, because I did what I did and she did what she did. Don't spend the time you should have been sleeping and sheep dreaming to think about what you should have done. If you've done something different or said something different or wore this instead of that, because it doesn't matter.